And look, I know today is Sunday. I know everyone is relaxing, but I want to show y'all how Kendrick Lamar finessed the NFL. But first, check out these haters.
Whether you liked it or not, it's going down in history as an important Super Bowl performance.
No, it's going down as the worst halftime show ever.
I thought so.
You can listen.
Do you think
I'm going to go out on a limb.
it appealed to the mass market?
No. As much as Katy Perry? No.
Not even.
Of course.
I think that they are now willing to they don't care if anybody's watching it. It's for a different reason.
But
whatever it is.
The same NFL. First of all, he was, booked obviously a long time ago to do this, but the NFL removed end racism from the end zone.
September he was booked.
Yeah. Announced. I'm sure it was, it takes a long time to put all of this in motion.
But, he was talking about the revolution would be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
The guy has a Pulitzer Prize. Let him do whatever he wants.
I said it.
I won't hold that again.
See, if black people not shucking and jiving, if black people not tap dancing, racist Caucasian people, they act confused. They act like they don't know what's going on. So you telling me this was the worst Super Bowl performance ever? Well, check this out. Apple Music's Super Bowl halftime show drew an average of 133.5 million viewers across television and digital platforms from 8:30 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time, up 3% versus 129.3 million views last year. That number makes Kendrick Lamar's performance the most watched Super Bowl halftime performance in history, and he surpassed Michael Jackson. But they really mad because he surpassed all those Caucasian musicians, and he didn't surpass it by putting out pointless music. No, it was music to uplift his people. It was a protest. It was the spark of a revolution. So that's why they really mad. But let's get right into this article because it gets crazier and crazier. The article is from the U.S. Sun. It was published February the 15th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. So that was yesterday. Change needed. NFL staff confirmed. Apology sent to snub star after Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show mistake. The NFL has vowed to reconsider how Super Bowl entertainment decisions are made following the Kendrick Lamar halftime saga, according to insiders. The U.S. Sun exclusively revealed that NFL boss regretted snubbing New Orleans native Lil Wayne in favor of Grammy Award-winning star Kendrick, with sources now confirming an apology was sent over the choice. And I told y'all in my last videos, when Kendrick Lamar came out and he stood on that car and he said this, it changed everything. The revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. And they had no idea that he was going to come out like that. They had no idea that he was going to have that type of energy. And look, I got love for Lil Wayne. I'm from Louisiana. But let's be honest, this is not the time for that type of music. Music with no meaning, music with no soul. It's not the right time for that. Sports anchor Skip Bayless, who is close to Lil Wayne, revealed that high-ranking football officials contacted the rapper to apologize. An insider told the U.S. Sun it was a mistake to pluck Kendrick, especially with the focus centering on the controversial content of his show and his hit Not Like Us, which insinuates rap rival Drake is a P word. I can't really say the word because of YouTube guidelines, but you put it together. But the NFL is capping. Go to their Instagram account. You will see the only clip they posted was the beef song. See, the NFL thought Kendrick was going to get up there, shuck and jive, and beef the whole time. No, they didn't expect Kendrick to have a message. And not just any message, a coded message for his people. And look, Kendrick knew that he couldn't trust the NFL. That's why 95% of his performance was a protest. It wasn't beef. The same kind of mistake won't ever happen again. A well-placed source said, this is what happens when you give too much power and responsibility to one person. They talking about Jay-Z. There are many people in the NFL that would like to see changes. They didn't like this year's halftime show and the way it happened. No, they didn't like it because they wanted beef. They thought Kendrick was going to get up there and be a tap dancing black person and just beef the whole time. No, he had messages. He pulled out the prison stage. He pulled out the game controller to give his people a message. And you think these people knew that Kendrick was going to protest after they announced that they was taking the end racism sign from behind the end zone. Look, the NFL is officially removing the phrase end racism from the Super Bowl end zones and replacing it with choose love. And this was right before the Super Bowl happened. Choose love, and see, that's when Kendrick said, okay, this what we go do. We not choosing love. We go choose to spark a revolution. We go choose to protest. And that's what he did. He ain't choosing no love. And I'm going to bring y'all back to when he first came out on stage and said this. The revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. This is chess, not checkers. A second NFL source echoed the regrettable decision. I mean, New Orleans is the city of Lil Wayne. The league insider added, the choice was clearly the wrong one. And now the goal is to not make the same mistake from now on. So the NFL said that it was a mistake by getting Kendrick. They should have got Lil Wayne. And the NFL also took out the words "end racism" from the back of the end zone. And also the NFL is quiet about this. Check this out.
Lynn was murdered. He was tortured. The Pickens County law enforcement murdered my son.
Former New Orleans Saints player Glenn Foster Jr. died while in police custody in Pickens County, Alabama in 2021. His family filed a lawsuit in 2023 and demanded to see the body cam footage, but the sheriff's department says they don't have it. His family had their own autopsy performed, which says Foster's body shows signs of strangulation and torture. 3 years later, and his family still wants answers.
We have people nationwide that are here in our city, and we would like to again bring awareness about what happened, the tragedy that happened to my son. So they did not give us any of his clothing that he wore during the time that they pulled him over, and they did not give us his jail uniform. They claim everything was destroyed. Glenn Foster Jr. worked for the NFL as a Saints player, and we need them to honor him, to make mention of what happened. They have a social justice program, and this is the best communication for them to talk about what happened to Glenn. The update is that the judge decided on December 5th, 2024, that she's going to move forward with Glenn's case. So that was the happiest day since his death, is that we see something positive moving forward.
Now, this was an active NFL player up to 2021 with the Saints. Alabama police officer pulled him over, took him to jail, harassed him, unalived him, and hid the footage. The NFL never spoke about it. They not going to speak about it because you know why? They have ties to prisons. They not going to speak on that. They in the bed with the prison system. So like I said earlier, now you see why Kendrick Lamar had the PlayStation controller, because it's all a game. All this stuff is a game to keep us blind. Now you see why he had the prison stage. Now you see why. And they didn't like that because they make money from the prison system. You don't think the people, the wardens at those prison systems, or the whoever own them, or the investment people, you don't think they called in and they had a problem with that? So they had to apologize. They didn't expect Kendrick to do all of this, because who protests a Super Bowl performance? You supposed to be shucking and jiving. But Kendrick like, I'm not getting paid from this. The Super Bowl don't pay none of those artists during the Super Bowl. So he might as well speak up for his people. And that's what he did. And look, to me, this is the funny part. He didn't just have the PlayStation controller, the prison stage. He had the sign in the stadium with people shining the lights saying, warning, wrong way. And look, you can just imagine the faces on racist Caucasian people. They probably always looking like Trump. So in my opinion, we can't move how we used to move. We have to change the music we listen to. We can't be bumping that Lil Wayne crap in 2025 when all this shit going on in the real world. The way we speak to ourselves, it has to change. Like I always tell y'all, we need more content creators. We need more people speaking up for our people. That woman that's crying about her son that was in the NFL being unalive, and no one talking about it, not even the NFL. So we need platforms so we can help these people out. Like I say, we might not be perfect, but we can still help our people out. And you got to look at this. While they trying to go to the moon, they want us down here caught up in the circus, caught up in the lights, caught up in the games while they go to the moon. I'm out.